Okay, greetings and welcome back, everyone. This is going to be episode 2 of the Cult of the Ker Nethalas. And we left off last time. We had completed the second room, the Sacrificial Saints, and we were about to go into the third room, the Chapel of Crows. A couple notes from last time. I forgot to use the level adaptation because we are level 5, so we need to use the level adaptation with the creatures, and that's going to make them a little bit stronger. And the other thing was that this fight should have been all 3 enemies together as a group, and that certainly would have made that fight more challenging. So a couple things there that going forward are going to make our fights more difficult. So these standard enemies are probably not going to be as easy as I thought they were. So let's get ready for a challenge here. But yeah, and thank you to Alex for pointing that out. So let's dive into it now. And let's see here. We're going to go into the third room, and there's no door there. So we will just move into the third room. Check our tension die. 3. And so here we are in the Chapel of Crows. Let's reduce 1 light source there. If my pin will work, it doesn't want to work. Okay, there we go. Finally got the pin to work. So it says here the Crow cultists hold their mundane services. Stools and broken old chairs litter the floor, clearly used but in disrepair. Elements of religious worship are discarded around the room, seemingly without care. It smells of old incense, piss, and bile. So a bit creepy and certainly kind of an animalistic vibe with the whole crow thing going on. And it says that there is 1 Corvy Knight in this room attending to the altars. So we will be fighting 1 Corvy Knight, and there will not be any roll for a random encounter. And there's also a shaft that extends down, though one should be careful. If any non-undead creature is knocked prone next to the shaft, they must make an athletics check or fall to their death. So we have this shaft here. So we don't want to get knocked prone by this Corvy Knight. But that would be pretty cool if we could actually knock him prone. I don't think I have any abilities that can knock enemies prone, but that would be nice if I did. Alright, so it looks like we're just going to go right into combat here. So let's pull up a Corvy Knight. And one thing that I wanted to do actually for the enemies last time was read their flavor text. So I'll start off with the Corvy Knight here. Heavily armored, martially minded cultists, the Corvy Knights wield wicked curved blades with a crow's head on the hilt. Their interlocking plate armor is cunningly made and makes almost no sound as they move. The matte black armor allowing the Corvy Knights to seemingly appear out of nowhere. The fearsome helmet with a bird faceplate and visor is often the last thing an interloper sees when facing these terrible members of the Cult of the Ker. So, very cool description there. And these guys are humanoid. We're going to be facing 1. He's got pretty decent awareness there with 60. And if they were to make an athletics check for falling down, they have 50 athletics. And they've got 8 health. If we want to go for a precision strike, we're going to want to aim for the head. They have 2 armor on all, so they have pretty good armor. 60 combat skill, which is not bad. And 40 magic resistance. And they're also swift. And we're going to add this level 5 adaptation, which is going to be plus 3 health and plus d4 damage. So whenever they are rolling damage, we're going to add another d4 to their damage roll. And plus 3 health, so it's going to be 11 health. So let's set up their health here. they're going to go with a D12. So he's going to have 11 health, this Corvy Knight. And we'll want to go ahead and roll for our initiative. And we have rolled a 66 and they have rolled a 39. So their initiative was good and mine is a fumble. So that's actually going to be an initiative fumble. So let's look that up. We have here the new rules. This is the second codex, and we should have initiative fumbling rules. So we're going to lose our first turn. Ouch. But we do get to mark that for improvement at least. So we'll mark perception for improvement. And the Corvy Knight is now going to get 2 turns unanswered. So let's see what his attack will be. 1, he's going to do the crow claw blades. And the knight attacks with its sword, making an attack that deals D8 slashing damage to the target on a hit. So we'll try to defend from this blade attack. 44, that's going to be a critical success on the defense, and he has rolled a 46, so he was successful in his attack, but we have rolled a critical defense. And I'll pull up this handy combat matrix. I believe this was made by Lord Gwydion. Hopefully I said his name right. Apologies if I did not, but I believe Lord Gwydion made this sheet, and you can also check out his channel. He also has some playthroughs of Ker Nethalas. But anyway, this sheet has been very useful. I'm pretty sure of what the result is here, but we'll go ahead and double check. So the attacker has been successful, so that's going to put him in this spot here, but I have rolled the critical. So that means the attacker is going to miss and the defender gets a defensive move. So I'm going to get a defensive move here. And we're going to roll a D10 for that. And that's a 10, so my next attack is not going to suffer the usual -30 modifier when targeting a specific body part. Okay, well, that's something that I could already do with the precision strike, but that would free us up to do something like, say, uppercut to the head, which would be nice. So that's going to be a nice strike after our Corvy Knight gets his second turn. Okay, so he's going to do the claw slash again, or the claw blade. And 78, so that would be a successful defense for us, and 86, his combat skill would be 70, so that's going to put him over his skill there. Alright, so in this case, we are now going to go on to Jed's turn, and we're going to go for an attack here. And so yeah, I am going to have the 30, I'm not going to suffer the -30 modifier for targeting, so I am going to go for the uppercut, and we're going to aim for the head here. And that's a 15, and he has got a 58. So he was actually successful defending there. So he rolled higher than us. So unfortunately that attack will not succeed. And now we will go to the Corvine Knight. And he's rolled a 2, so he's going to do the claw blades again. And I have rolled a 15 and he has rolled a 2. So I'm going to successfully defend there. And now I think I will go for the... I'm going to go for the precision strike here. So we're aiming for the head. And we have rolled a 99. And so with the knuckles, we can get plus 10 unarmed. So that's going to give us 90. And then with the attacker bonus, that's going to give us 100. So we're going to have a critical hit there. It already would be a critical hit with the precision strike, so not going to actually get any benefit from that, but we will successfully pull off our attack there. And so now we'll need to roll for a critical hit, which is going to be 2d6 and 44 roll here. So we'll grab all these. And let's see what we get. Okay, so that's going to be 1 damage, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can add our modifier to this. That's going to be 6 damage. And he has 2 armor, so he's going to take 4 damage. And that's going to put him down to 7. It's fine, 7 on there. All right, so that was a decent hit right there. Not bad. And now we're going to see what attack our knight is going to do. And 1 again. He's just sticking to the claw blades. He likes to do the claw blades. And oops, I need to put the hit location die in there as well. Okay, so we have rolled a 69 and he has rolled a 37. So in this case, we will successfully defend his attack there. And now, what attack am I going to do here? I would like to do the uppercut, but with the uppercut, we do get a minus 20 defensive check. And the Corvy Knight has pretty good combat skill, so I kind of don't want to expose myself there. So I think we just go for the precision strike once again. Okay, that's going to be 86. And he's rolled a 5. Okay, so we've beat his roll there. And once again, we'll load up the dice for the critical hit here. And I do need to mark these critical hits, so that's going to be 2 more critical hits. Okay, so 6, that's going to give us 2 damage. A couple of 4s, that's going to be 1, 2, so that's 4 damage there. 4, 5, 6 damage, and then we add our modifier to this. That's going to make it 7 damage. Make sure I got that right here. So that's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7 with the modifier. Okay, so 7 damage. Now he will absorb 2 of that, so it's going to be 5. And that's going to put him down to 2 remaining health for our Corvine Knight here. Alright. So what attack is he going to do? 5. Okay, he's decided to go for something a little bit more crazy. He's going to do the Master Stroke. So the knight aims a flurry of precise blows. It makes 3 claw blade attacks as 3 free actions immediately. And if all 3 hit, it makes a shoulder charge as a 4th free action. Wow. Okay. So he saved his best attack for last. So we're going to need to defend from 3 claw blades here. So let's go ahead and roll these defenses. Let's see, he's rolled a 63 and we have rolled 24, and he has the attacker bonus of 70, so he will succeed on that. It's not a hit to the head at least. So he is going to do D8 plus D4 with the first one there. So let's roll D8 and D4. So he got an 8 there, pretty nice roll. 3, 4, so he's going to hit for 4 damage. And that will drop us down to 14 toughness. And there's probably going to be some more damage going here, but we'll just put 14 there for now. And let's roll for his second one there. And okay, so he has rolled a 10 and I have rolled a 41, so that's a successful defense there. And now we'll roll again. So this time he's got a 19, so that's a hit to the head, and my roll is a 6 and his roll is a 10, so he has actually successfully got a critical hit there. So let's go ahead and roll for his critical hit. So he's going to have 2d8 and 2d4. That's going to be pretty tough there. A lot of damage potential. So let's get those. Drop that in there. And he has got 6. Let's see. So that's going to be 2 and then 4. Got lucky on the d4s there, so that's going to be 4 damage again, and that'll put us to 10 toughness. And my pen just does not want to write today for some reason. Okay, so there we go, down to 10. So definitely taking some hard hits here. And that's going to be all 3 of his claw attacks, and luckily he did not land all 3 and get to do the shoulder charge. Alright, so let's see if we can finish him off here. We're going to go again for the precision strike. And 62, 59, okay, so we will beat his roll. And now let's see if we can finish him off here. Should be no problem. Okay, so we're going to do 4 damage, 5, 6, 7, 8. So a total of 8 damage. He will absorb 2, but that will give him 6 damage, so he has been defeated. Pretty tough fight there. Definitely lucky that he didn't do more of those master strokes. He actually did several claw blades, but yeah, pretty intense fight there, pretty fun. That was cool. And he was able to knock down 8 toughness. And we do get to roll, thanks to the natural healer ability, I do get to roll d6 after a fight. So we're only going to get 2 healing, unfortunately. So that will put us back up to 12. Okay, so we have 12 of 18 toughness. Definitely a bit of damage there. And we're going to roll on the spoils deck. Let's bring out our spoils. Let's see what we get here. Mundane. I'm going to get a mundane item card. And we're going to draw a lore book. That's cool. I always like getting those. So let's see what this one is. This is the Shadows of Devotion. The Valorian rites of necromantic worship. Though through a potent blend of religion and dark sorcery, the Valorians worship the realm of death itself, embracing the forbidden arts that bind them to the eternal cycle of life and decay. Within the hallowed chambers of their temples, shadow-clad priests adorned in somber vestments conduct solemn ceremonies to commune with the departed souls. Through rituals shrouded in macabre mystique, they seek divine favor, harnessing the power of necromancy to unlock secrets hidden in the realms beyond mortal comprehension. And the Valorian Ascendancy's relentless devotion to necromantic practices and their self-imposed isolation have forged an empire where faith and the manipulation of death intertwine, forever casting a chilling pall over their enigmatic society. Alright, very cool. So that's my second lore book there. And I believe there is actually a personal goal associated with the lore books. Okay, and we're going to receive 50 experience there. That's going to bring us up to 400. And yeah, once again, my pen doesn't want to write today. Maybe it's running out of ink, actually. I'm not sure. Okay, so pretty tough fight. Finish that off. What else we got going on in this room here? Nobody was knocked prone or fell down the shaft. And we can do a scavenging check here. 77, so that is going to let us mark this for improvement. And I think maybe I am going to have to get a new pin. This one. Okay, so we've marked scavenge for improvement. And we can proceed on to the fourth room. This is going to be the confessional. The untold amount of dark acts and crimes committed in this room weigh on you, creating a mystical aura of despair and anguish. There is nothing in this room but disappointment and sorrow. Make a sanity check when you enter it and when you leave it. Okay, so we really have nothing in there. But I think we can still roll for a random encounter in there. So let's check our tension die first. Oh, and we do have a door there, so let's actually check that first. So 17, that door is locked, and the 7, that door is locked and trapped. So that could be pretty nasty there. I guess we're just going to have to try to break through that. So let's do our athletics check here. So I have 43 athletics, and with the crowbar, that's going to give me 53 in a roll. And looks like my acrobatics got erased here. Let's get those back in there. Okay, let's see what we get. 97. Okay, that's definitely going to miss. And I should do a tension die roll as well. 3. So we can roll again. This time we'll get a plus 20 bonus, so that will put us at 73. 82, we did not make it. Tension die check again. Okay, we are down to the D4. And now we're going to roll again. And the tension die, we're going to have a growing darkness event. We got a 25, so we finally broke through the door, but that is also going to trigger a trap. So we've got a growing darkness event and a trap coming here. Let's go ahead and see what our growing darkness event is going to be. An inhuman voice screams and whispers and yells, and somehow you know it's an overseer, so roll on the overseer influence table. All opponents from this domain are going to benefit from the result. Okay, so let's see what we get for another overseer influence. We already have the Mage Bane right now, and we're going to draw another one. Now, I think we got pretty lucky before to get Mage Bane. Don't know if we'll be so lucky this time. Let's see. So this is alert, plus 20 awareness. So all the enemies are going to have plus 20 awareness. That's going to make it quite a bit more difficult to get the first strike on these enemies. So that one is probably going to hurt us a little bit. Let's write that in on our sheet here. They are alert, so they have plus 20. awareness. That's a pretty bad one there. So put that one away. And actually, I forgot that with the Thrill Seeker perk, I can draw 2 of them and see what the other one is. So let's see, I just drew another one. You're ambushed, you roll, and your opponent surprises you. No, I think I will stick with the +20 awareness. That might be a bad decision, but combat in here is pretty tough, so maybe I don't want to take another attack there. So we do have to also draw a trap here. And this is going to be a ball of fire fills the room, dealing 2d6 fire damage to all characters. We need to make an acrobatics check. Now this is something where I do have at least advantage. So an 83, now in this case I can swap that to a 38, and that's going to allow us to pass that, so that's very fortunate there. We will escape the fireball trap. Very, very nice having the advantage there. That is because of these epic boots giving us advantage on acrobatics checks. Okay, so now we need to make a sanity check. And that's going to be 53. So our result was 40, so we were going to fail that. So we will lose 1 sanity here. We're going to go down to 10. Have to keep track of my stats on another paper here because it's just not writing for some reason. And I'm not sure where my other erasable pins are, so I'll just have to go with this for right now. So our sanity is down to 10 right now. And we need to roll for an encounter in this room. So we're going to grab a d20. And that is a 13, so we will have an encounter here. And we're going to roll a d20 again to see what we're going to encounter. And that is a 20. That's going to be another Corvy Knight. So we will fight another one of those. And first I need to find what I did with... Oh, there he is. Okay, now in here we have a special opportunity to use a rule from the second zine. Because we rolled a 20, we can use the creature modifier. If you roll a 20, you can fight a unique version of a creature. Now this is for a regular encounter. I'm assuming a Corvy Knight would be a regular encounter, although they are kind of special in that they are inside of this the Crow domain, but let's go ahead and do it. This will be fun. Okay, so we're going to have to roll 2d6s, and we're going to say that the white die is the ones place. So that's going to be a 55, and that's thieving. This creature is going to steal 20 gold every time it deals damage, and at the end of combat, we will only recover 50% of the sum. And we're also going to get +10 experience. So this is going to be a thieving Corvine Knight. So that's pretty cool there. And we'll go ahead and put that. He is thieving here. So he will get 20 coin with a hit. And we can recover 50% of that. Okay, so let's go ahead and fight another Corvy Knight. Now his awareness is 80, so it's going to be really, really hard to get the jump on him here. Okay, 42, 63, so he is definitely going to win that, and he will attack first. And he's going to get the claw blades. Pretty lucky that he got that instead of the master stroke. Okay, let's see where he's going to hit. 7. All right, we rolled a 50 and he rolled an 88. So that is actually going to be a fumble for him because his skill would be 70 right now. So let's go ahead and bring up a fumble. And this is the fumble table from the second zine right here. And we're going to roll D10. So 10, he's going to fall in an awkward position, becoming prone and receiving 2d6 bludgeoning damage. And he needs to use his next turn to get back up. So that's a lucky result there for us. And that would have been great if it had happened here, because we maybe could have maybe had him fall to his death. That would have been really great. But we are in the fourth room here. And I should go ahead and circle the third room for that we completed that. All right, but this is a nice stroke of luck for us here. So he's going to get 2d6 bludgeoning. Oh, and only he's not going to take any damage. That was a horrible roll there. It is kind of like another critical though. But yeah, anyway, that's a terrible roll. He's not going to take any damage. But at least his next turn, he has to waste his next turn. So that's still really good for us. Okay, now we get to go ahead and attack here. And I think I am going to go with... I think I'm going to go with the uppercut, because this time, next turn, he's not going to be able to attack us. All right, 14 on the hit location. That's not going to matter, really. And actually, you know what? Because he's prone, so he doesn't get to defend. And I think this is automatically a critical hit. Let's see here. Okay, so no, it's not a critical hit. You get a plus 30 bonus attacking against a prone character. So that would have been something where I could aim for the head with the uppercut. So okay, yeah, we will just aim for the head there. So that still gives us a roll of 59, even aiming for the head. And so we do now get to roll 4d10 for our uppercut here. So let me grab all those d10s. And pretty bad roll, unfortunately. So we're gonna get 2 damage, 3 damage, 4 damage, and 5 damage. So only 5 damage out of 4d10. That's a pretty bad roll. And with his armor, so he's gonna start with 11 with a level adaptation, and then his armor is going to absorb 2. And then once again we have 2, 3, 4. Oh, sorry, that's actually a 7 right there. Okay, didn't see that. So this is going to be 2, 4, 5, and 6, 7. So that's going to be 7 damage right there. And he will absorb 2, so that's going to be 5. So that's going to bring him to 6. So pretty good hit. Pretty good hit. Could have been a lot better, but not too bad. And next turn, he simply has to stand up. So he's not going to be doing anything. And that means we immediately are going to roll for our attack again here. And this time, I will go for the precision strike. And actually, we just got a critical there again, hitting the head. So let's do it again here. And we got a 26. And this one is kind of in the corner here. I think I'm just going to go ahead and re-roll that because it got stuck in the corner there. Okay, so he rolled a 3 and re-rolled a 6. So that's going to give us a higher roll on our attack. So we will win on that attack there. And with the precision strike, we're going for the head. So that's going to be 2d6, 44. And maybe we can finish him off here, I'm not sure. So 6, it's going to be 2 damage. 4 is 1 damage. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with the modifier. So 8 damage. He's going to absorb 2, 6, and that's going to finish off this Corvine Knight. So we were really fortunate with him falling prone there. That really saved us a lot of trouble and potentially a lot of damage. So we're going to roll d6 here for the natural healer. 4, that's great. That'll put us up to 16. And I'm just going to write my toughness over here as 16. And we will put the experience as, it's going to be 60, so 460, and actually that'll be 470 because I forgot about breaking the door. And we're going to roll on the spoils deck. And we get a mundane item card. And we get a belt. And belts are really nice because, well, they're worth a lot of money. So if you sell them, you can get 500 gold. But also, I believe it is possible for your belt to be damaged, so you could have a backup one as well. So that's a really good mundane item to get right there. Well worth it. So put that down. In our backpack here, we have another belt available. Okay, so we are in the 4th room. What else do we have going on in this room? Okay, so that was the room where we're making a sanity check. And we're going to need to make one more sanity check as we leave the room and go into the 5th room. So let me just make that sanity check right now. We're going to leave and go to room number 5. 40. And 40 is our resolve, so we will pass. That's very nice there. Go ahead and circle room number 4 if we have completed it. And we will move down to the 5th room. And that's the 5th room is going to be the Cry of Crows. So we will pick up from there in the next episode. Thank you very much for joining me. Yeah, the combat is pretty tough. This domain is going to be pretty tough, I can see. This is what I get for underestimating the Necropolis. Pretty deadly combat in here. And pretty tense. So, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.